Hey Tacticians, Mort here, and I'm here with our game director, Peter Whalen, to discuss the future of mid-sets. We're filming this before Monsters Attack Glitched Out goes live, so I'm going to preempt this by sharing our excitement for what combos you can uncover with Infiniteam, Riftwalkers, Ezreal, and our mid-set mechanic update, Glitched Out Carousels. So Peter, let's talk about how we've used mid-sets in the past first, and then catch everyone up on the present and even the future.
Thanks, Mort. We've seen mid-sets as ways to correct player pains with the current set, like when we shifted from shadow items to radiant items in Reckoning, but also as a way to expand upon things players love with the current set.
All that being said, we've heard from you and seen from player data that mid-sets just aren't super exciting. Simply put, mid-sets don't bring players back to TFT like a fully new set, and for the majority of players, the level of changes feel negligible or just too small. For instance, could we have had 3 or 5 or even 11 Ezreals? So while we've used the mid-sets to up the quality of the current set for our most passionate and competitive players, for the majority of players, those updates just don't hit the desire for new strategies, nor do they bring in dramatic and cool thematic shifts. And it's worth adding that even our most passionate and competitive players who benefit the most from our mid-set improvements, they too would prefer an entirely new set. So, that's exactly what we're doing.
More Ezreals?
No, Peter. More sets. This is something we've been hard at work on for quite some time now, and we're super excited to share it with you.
But first, some context. TFT has historically been an incredibly small team for the size of the game, and we're still pretty scrappy. But over the past year, we've been hiring new folks and training up additional developers like crazy to deliver 3 full-size sets every year.
3 full sets a year. That is 50% more TFT each year. It's bonkers to finally see this happen, and since we won't be doing mid-sets, each of the 3 sets is going to have a longer production timeline that will allow for a higher quality release. That's because each set now has its own development pod, and they'll be able to work at the same time. This will become especially visible when our 10th set launches later this year.
Our recent Fortune's Favor game mode was a huge success, which is great because it was the first time our new efforts in game modes and events have been in the hands of all of you. TFT will continue to work on events, modes, and new player experiences, but I want to be clear on expectations here. Not every event will have an accompanying game mode, so expect events to come in all shapes and sizes as we use them to spice up sets a few patches in, or even join in on Riot-wide moments. It's taken us a lot of time to build up to this capacity, and we still need a little bit more here. So, Glitched Out won't be our last mid-set. We'll have one more for our 9th set later this year.
Now, just because they are our last mid-sets doesn't mean you should expect less of them. We are determined to make these mid-sets at least as exciting as previous mid-sets. That being said, they'll never be full sets. So instead, continue to expect a small scope mechanic update, trait swaps, major balance updates, and the addition of some new champions to the roster. The future of TFT is so exciting because Riot Games is heavily invested in it. Together with you, we've proved that TFT is the genre-defining auto-battler. With 3 sets a year, our new experiences team, and you, yes you, the TFT party has really just begun. And we're so happy you got here early, because after our 10th set hits, and it will hit, you can expect us to transition to set 11, 12, and 13 over the course of 2024, bringing new mechanics, thematics, events, game modes, cosmetics, Ramesses, rosters, and creative combinations to uncover set after set after set
After set, after set, after set,
after set after set after set
after set, after set, after set.